What is the right way to have sex? Of course, almost every sexually mature person has a couple of valuable tips on this subject. There are no rules in sex, but there are wishes based on common sense and scientific research. Some of our recommendations may seem obvious. However, experience shows that sometimes it's good to remind yourself of the simplest things. Don't take sex too seriously. Of course, sex is an important part of our lives. It promotes health, improves sleep, and lifts our spirits. But if you take intimacy too seriously, say, as a healthy wellness procedure, where everything has to be perfect and sterile, you completely lose spontaneity. The element of play disappears from bed. You become too demanding of yourself and your partner, and as a result, instead of pleasure and benefit you get dissatisfaction and frustration. Shannon Chavez, psychologist and sex therapist. You don't have to be a perfectionist about sex. Turn off your head and see it as a game whose only purpose is to bring and receive pleasure. Turn off your smartphones. Do you take an on-smartphone into the bedroom? You're twice as likely to spend an hour before bedtime with a device in your hand as you are to have a romantic conversation with your soulmate lying next to you. These are the results of a study conducted among Americans. 25% of respondents admitted that the smartphone screen, not the face of a loved one, is the last thing they see before going to sleep. 55% realize that too much interaction with a gadget reduces the quality of their intimate life, and 35% say that sex has suffered greatly due to the third extra, the smartphone. The conclusion? If you cannot afford, or willpower, to turn off the mobile until morning, then at least put it in Do Not Disturb, and send good night wishes to all of your online friends in advance. Take time for foreplay. How good sex will be depends a lot on foreplay. And for men, foreplay is almost as important as it is for women. According to studies, lovers of both sexes need 18-19 minutes to properly warm up. But due to lack of time or impatience of one of the partners, foreplay lasts on average 11-13 minutes. Talk about sex. Many people, especially women, are embarrassed by conversations on an intimate topic. Share your innermost desires is difficult even with a loved one, even if you're not the first year you sleep in the same bed. Still, the only way to get the sex you dream about is to talk about it. How do you talk to your partner about sex? Look into each other's eyes, at least once in a while. Eye contact increases arousal and helps you make a deeper emotional connection. If you are uncomfortable looking into each other's eyes during sex for a long time, exchange short glances, keeping them there for at least a couple of seconds. And over time, develop this ability to feel real intimacy. Experiment. In stable couples, sex loses its edge pretty quickly. After a year of quiet family relationships, interest in intimacy decreases in 34% of women and 15% of men. More fun in bed are partners who know how to voice their needs, and not only they are not afraid, but also tend to experiment. To banish routine from the bedroom, try sex toys, new poses, tantric sex, sex in unusual places, role-playing. Avoid pain and discomfort if a particular position hurts you, report it right away. Sex is about mutual pleasure, not about silent self-indulgence. The same applies to erotic practices that are unacceptable to you. Your partner or partner fantasizes about BDSM or threesomes, and it's taboo for you. Listen carefully, don't judge, but don't agree by breaking yourself down either. Just explain why not. BDSM, who does it and is it worth trying? Explore the clitoris. Everyone probably knows this, but will remind you again, 80% of women don't get orgasms from friction alone. They need additional clitoral stimulation to get them off. Practice cunnilingus and other techniques. Use clitoral vibrators. How to bring a girl to orgasm. Pay attention to all parts of the body, not just the obvious leaders in the sexual race: the penis in men, the clitoris, and the breasts in women. Explore other obvious and non-obvious erogenous zones. And be sure to massage your testicles from time to time. It is not only pleasant, but also extremely useful for the sexual satisfaction of both partners. Why and how to massage testicles. Strive for orgasm, but do not dwell on it. The French call orgasm la petite mort, or the little death. Sexual intercourse without a climax can seem unsuccessful or incomplete. Girls fake an orgasm so as not to upset their partner. Men feel complex if they fail to ejaculate or deliver unearthly pleasure to their partners. Don't dwell on the result, but enjoy the process.